Welcome! This is the DPS Endless Wave Proving Grounds Guide. This guide was designed to get you through Wave 30 in the fastest possible time. This guide has the advantage of breaking down the Proving Grounds challenge into manageable parts. Those parts include the starting position, kill order, and cooldown management. This guide to a large degree is a general guide, but is also a guide for the WindWalker Monk. The approach described here can apply to other classes as well. This guide includes a 10-wave walkthrough in Part 4 that you can play on a second monitor while in Proving Grounds. Included is a description of the beasts in Proving Grounds, along with stats, gearing, talents, and glyphs for the monk. This guide finishes off with a discussion of the proper mindset for the event. This part of the video is a discussion of the 8 beasts that you will find in the Proving Grounds. The first beast that I will discuss is the Amber Weaver. Now what this character does is that he'll cast a amber globule. The globule will move towards you. If the globule hits an NPC, the NPC is going to be cased in amber. It's going to take 50% more damage. If you, the player, gets hit by the amber globule, what's going to happen is that you'll be stunned for 6 seconds. If you are beaten on an NPC that gets hit by the amber, you're going to be close enough to where you're going to get stuck on the amber also. You have to move. You have to move back. Here's an example of where you get stuck in the amber. If you do get stuck in amber, you can use your nimble brew to escape. Here is the banana tosser. Sometimes I call them monkeys. What this character does is run around and just throw bananas at you. A small circle will be on the ground and appear just before the banana lands. If you don't move from that circle location, you will get hit by the banana, which will give you a debuff. The debuff is called Banana Storm, which reduces your hit percent by 75%. I think the developers put this character in the event so that you would have to move and fight. You have to move either to chase down the monkey to kill it, or you have to move while attacking to avoid being hit by the bananas. The banana tosser makes his appearance in 3 of the 10 waves. If you're having trouble maintaining DPS while moving, there are several things you can do to improve that. First, try moving your keyboard assignments around so that your more frequent attacks are accessible while simultaneously pressing a movement key. For example, if you're moving using the letter A, then you can use your index finger to use the keys E, R, and F. On these keys, you can put key assignments for spells that you use the most, like Jab, Blackout Kick, and Rising Sun Kick. The training dummies are really good places to practice the rotation where you're moving, using the mouse to turn your character so that you're always within range and pressing attack keys. When learning this technique, it may be helpful to adjust your camera angle to look down at your character. Second, you could try using a mouse with buttons. Lots of buttons. The third thing you can try is that you may consider using ESDF as the movement keys instead of the WASD configuration. I'll put a useful link to key binding assignments in the information window below. Here's what the Banana Storm looks like in the upper right. This spell lasts 3 seconds. The Banshee spawns in waves 3, 4, 5, 8, and 9. That's a total of 5 out of the 10 waves. The Banshee will move around in a fashion that is similar to a disoriented target. It moves around enough to move out of melee range, but does not move in any one direction for a length of time. Banshees have a timer over their head. They must be killed before the timer expires. Small Banshees have a 10-second timer, and large ones have a 15-second timer. If the timer expires, the wave attempt fails, and you have to start a whole new event. The Banshee is a high priority target. The Slayer does not do much. It just stands there. Like most of the enemies in Proving Grounds, there are small sizes and large sizes, with the difference primarily being the health pool that each character has. The varmints, or sometimes I'll refer to them as bunnies, are low health enemies that come in packs of 6 to 18. This is the AoE element of the Proving Grounds challenge. They show up in waves 1, 3, and wave 6. The Mystic is a healer and is stationary in all the waves. The Mystic has one healing spell which can be interrupted. The Guardian is stationary but does change its facing. It casts a shield which requires you to move around to its rear to be able to attack it. The Shaw character is the equivalent of the big boss. This boss has a shield phase which lasts the first 40 seconds of the wave. When the shield is up, the boss takes 50% damage. In the last 20 seconds, the shield will come down and damage is increased 300%. In this fight, you want to use available cooldowns in the last 20 seconds. This section is on the starting position. The starting position is a place where you stand at the beginning of the wave. The goal here and the concept is to stand in the same place on each wave, and when you do that, you get several benefits. First, it helps you remember what the upcoming wave event is going to be like if you're standing in the same place. So when the spawns occur, it's going to be a familiar image to you and help you remember. The second is that it puts you close to the first add in the kill order, so you don't have to waste movement running to the first add. And thirdly, it helps with casting Storm, Earth, and Fire, so you can easily target the Storm or Fire target and not have to move around or reposition to find your target. In the Proving Grounds footage, I added this graphic at the bottom of the screen. What it does is show your starting position in the Proving Grounds arena marked with a red X.